How old is he now? He's 6. Yeah, I did. It looks like you're you remember this answer?
I live nearby, yeah, I live in Berkeley. A while ago. I live over here from. Okay.
Just announce for everyone. Have a seat now. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, and on behalf of Mona's entire family, wish to thank you for joining us on this special day. In just a few moments, we'll begin our service, but before we do, I'll ask we'll check all cell phones and text messaging devices, and please place them in the off or silent position. And then also, we are observing social distancing today, so we'll make a best effort as we can. Of course, there's a lot of outpouring of love and support, but to social distance ourselves to be safe. Thank you.
Oh.
No, please.
देवियों और सज्जनों, friends, ladies and gentlemen, today we are here at very critical time. परम पिता परमात्मा की इस संसार में हम लोग कितने जन्मों से, कितने कार्यों से प्रभु की इच्छा के अनुसार चलते हैं। तो आज हमारे लिए बहुत ही कठिन विषय है। We don't have Mona Motwani in this big family. We lost Mona on 12th of August this year. परमपिता परमात्मा की ऐसी इच्छा थी कि जिसने 12 अगस्त को हमारे बीच में से मोना को अपने पास खींच लिया था। लोगों ने जिनका मोना से प्यार था अपने अपने श्रद्धांजलि दी। और आज जो सबसे कठिन समय है वो है श्री मनोहर जी और श्रीमती नलिनी जी और सारा परिवार, the whole community is very sad today, but on 12th August we found out Mona is not with us. Physically, her body is with us, but her infinitive soul has rested in God's womb. बहुत ही बड़ा दुख का विषय है। तो मैं एक हिंदी का वाक्य बोलता हूँ। हम सबने फील किया, आह गुल चीने अजल से सख्त नादानी हुई, फूल वो तोड़ा कि गुलशन भर में वीरानी हुई। Mona was a beautiful flower in her family and in her community. So today, this afternoon, we have to leave this body. We have to surrender with our all wishes to one Supreme Lord. So I am going to start with the Gayatri Mantra 3 times and request, if you know I know most of the people, they know the Gayatri, they will recite with me 3 times. Om Bhurvuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Bhurvuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Bhurvuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Shanti 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 Om. So I'll ask Manohar ji, please come forward. Manohar ji. Okay. ये अगरबत्ती इस ओम त्वमादिदेवाय पुरुषाय पुराणाय त्वमस्य विश्वस्य परं निधानं वेत्तासि विद्यं यच्चरन्ति धामं तया अनंत विश्वरूपा। हे परमात्मा, आज हम बहुत ही विकट समय में यहाँ पर एकत्रित हैं। हम ना चाहते हुए भी हमें 12 अगस्त को आपका जो निर्णय है, आपने मोना को हमारे बीच से बुला लिया। 12 अगस्त को मोना की देह ने इस संसार का सारा प्यार, सारा उपकार, सारा परिवार को छोड़ के मोना की आत्मा ने उस परम पिता परमात्मा के चरणों में शरण ले ली। हम जिस देह को श्री मनोहर जी और श्रीमती नलिनी जी ने अपने हृदय में सदैव बसा रखा था, जन्म के समय से बचा रखा था, कितना कष्ट हुआ होगा नलिनी जी को और मनोहर जी को अपने उस बेटी को छोड़ने में, जिन्होंने उसको जन्म दिया, उसको बड़ा किया। और ऐसे समय में हमें ना चाहते हुए भी भगवान के फैसले को मानना पड़ रहा है। तो आज हम उस भगवान के न्याय को मानते हुए मोना को अपने पास बुलाने में पता नहीं किन कर्मों का फल दिया। ये फल मोना के लिए दुखदायी तो है, लेकिन उस अंतर्यामी की, उस भगवान को, उसकी मान्यता को, उसके कर्मों को कौन जानता है। तो हम आज बड़े दुखी समय से, दुखी मन से आज मोना को विदा दे रहे हैं। मोना का शरीर हमसे थोड़ी ही देर बाद पंच तत्वों से बना शरीर जो कि प्रभु ने हमको दिया, हम उस मोना के शरीर को, पंच तत्वों से बने शरीर को अग्नि को समर्पित कर देंगे। पर उसकी आत्मा मोना के अच्छे कर्म, अच्छे स्वभाव सदैव हमें स्मरण रहेंगे। तो हम ना चाहते हुए भी, जैसा कि अभी परिवार से मुझे पता लगा, बात करने में मुझे जानकारी मिली कि मोना का सारा परिवार शिव भक्ति में लीन था। आप जानते हैं इस संसार में जितने भी धर्म मानने वाले हैं उसमें हमारे यहाँ कहा जाता है सबसे बड़े ब्रह्मा जिन्होंने संसार बनाया, जिन्होंने संसार का जन्म दिया, उसके पश्चात विष्णु जो कि सारे संसार को चला रहे हैं, और तीसरे महेश भगवान महाईश भगवान शिव। तो मोना के परिवार शिव को मानते हैं। आज हम शिव जो है सबसे बड़ा देवता होता है, शिव के कारण ही सारा संसार बदलता है। बात फिलॉसफी में चली जाएगी। शिव को इसलिए हम मानते हैं कि मोतवानी फैमिली में उनकी जो बेटी अनीता कैलिफोर्निया वाली और सारे परिवार में, हमने यहाँ तो मोना को खो दिया, लेकिन मोना के जो कर्म है, अच्छा स्वभाव है, हर एक से प्यार करने का गुण मोना छोड़ गई है। सबके दिलों के ऊपर एक यादगार छोड़ गई है। तो उसको नया जन्म देने वाले भगवान शंकर हैं। तो आज हम भगवान शिव की स्तुति करेंगे। ओम यज्ञाग्रतो दूरमुदयति दैवम् तदु सुप्तस्य तथैव इति दूरंगमं ज्योतिषां ज्योतिरेकम् तन्मे मनः शिव संकल्पमस्तु। ओम येन कर्माण्यं कसो मनीषिणो यज्ञे कुर्वन्ति विदथेषु धीरा यत् पूर्वं यक्षमन्तः प्रजानां तन्मे मनः शिव संकल्पमस्तु। ओम यत्र ज्ञानमुतचेतो धृतिश्चेद्यो तरमृतं प्रजासु यस्मान्नरिते किंचन कर्म क्रियते तन्मे मनः शिव संकल्पमस्तु। ओम येन कर्माण्य प्रसो मनीषिनो यज्ञे प्रणवन्ति विदधेषु धीरा यदपूर्वं यक्षमन्ता प्रजानां तन्मे मनः शिवसङ्कल्पमस्तु ॐ सुशारथि रश्वानि मनुष्यानि नीरथे भीषुगिर्वा जिनाहिवा प्रतिष्ठं यदिष्टं तन्मे मनः शिवसङ्कल्पमस्तु। मेरे साथ आप दोहराएंगे 3 बार। ओम नमः शिवाय।
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 नलिनी जी और मनोहर जी ये सामग्री दिखाई दे। देवा पुरुषा पुराणा त्वमस्य विश्वस्य परं निधानम् वेदासि वेद्यं च परं च धामं त्वया ततं विश्व अनंत रूपा। भगवान श्री कृष्ण ने कहा है वांसा से जीना यथा विहाय नवानि शरीरानि तथोपाय जीना। तो जिस प्रकार मनुष्य अपने पुराने वस्त्र को छोड़कर नए वस्त्र धारण करता है, इसी प्रकार आज पूना की आत्मा अपने उस पुराने शरीर को छोड़कर एक नई जीवात्मा में प्रवेश कर रही है। हम चाहते हैं कि इसी ज्ञान पहचान के परिवार में, एक कम्युनिटी में इसी बच्चे का जन्म हो और उसे मोना की आत्मा प्राप्त हो, ताकि इस परिवार को मोना हृदय रूप से कभी ना छोड़े। अपने दिल में मोना का प्यार, मोना का दुलार, मोना की इच्छाएं जो इस मानव योनि में करना चाहती थी, तो वो जिस गर्भाशय में मोना भी है उसे प्रभु शीघ्र एक योनि में जन्म देकर मोना की इच्छाओं को पूर्ण करो। हे ईश्वर, यही हम आपसे दया मांगते हैं। प्रभु हमारी प्रार्थना को पूर्ण कीजिए, पूर्ण कीजिए, पूर्ण कीजिए। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम तो हम प्रार्थना कर रहे हैं और आप सब दिल से मेरे साथ इस प्रार्थना में सम्मिलित हो। तो हाथ जोड़ के आंख बंद करके आप सबने मेरे साथ बोलना है। हे परम पिता परमात्मा, आज हम बड़े कठिन समय में अपने हृदय के ऊपर पत्थर बांध के हम ना चाहते हुए आज मोना का पंच तत्वों से बना शरीर पंच तत्वों में सम्मिलित हो रहे हैं। हे परमात्मा, आप शक्तिशाली हैं। आप ही ब्रह्मा विष्णु और महादेव हैं। आज हम सब एक विशेष प्रार्थना आपसे कर रहे हैं। आप मोटवानी परिवार को सदैव शांति देना, ताकि जो इस कोना के वियोग को सहन कर सकें। हे ईश्वर, आपके चरणों में यही प्रार्थना है, यही याचना है। हे परम पिता परमात्मा, हमारी इस प्रार्थना को स्वीकार करो, स्वीकार करो। ओम शांति
शांति शांति शांति।
शांति। ओम Mona, Anita, and Nalini. Now we are going to sanctify our faith.
शांति पाठ चाहते हैं, मैं दीवार
मतलब शांति अंतों में शांति।
आप बैठिए सुनो है ना, इधर सुनो।
So what do you निर्माण शतक पूरा बोलने की वजह है। शुरू कर लो।
पहले 2 मिनट यहाँ पर जो इंडियंस नहीं है उनके लिए 2 सेकंड के लिए
हाँ बोलिए और फिर शांति पाठ।
So I just push that. She, they want to check the first, she said,
ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवान् सस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुर्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ सर्वे वै सुखिनः सन्तु सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखमाप्नुयात् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ ब्रह्मार्पणं ब्रह्म हविः ब्रह्माग्नौ ब्रह्मणाहुतं ब्रह्मैव तेन गन्तव्यम् ब्रह्मकर्म समाधिनाम् ॐ तत्सत् ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु Thank you.
The family has produced a video tribute that we wish to present at this time. We'll hear the music of Mona's heart and we'll see the snapshots of her time on earth. Let us pause as we spend a few moments remembering Mona's life.
Have a dream, song sing, that we call, you see the wonder of a fairy tale. You can take the future, even if you fail. I believe in angels, something good in everything that you see. I believe in angels, then I know the time is right for me across the street. I have a dream, a fantasy to help me through reality. And my destination makes it worth the while. Pushing through the darkness, still another mile. I to see the wonder of a fairy's tale. You can take the future, even if it's fair. I believe in angels, something good in everything I see. I believe in angels, and I know that time is right for me. I'll cross the street. I have a dream. I'll cross the street. I have a dream.
On behalf of the family, we welcome you here today. The last part is
Wow, like I just feel radiant, radiant. I love you.
On behalf of the family, we welcome you here, all here today. My name is Anita Rajpal, and I'm a close friend of Nalini. I knew Mona from her early childhood. We are here to remember and celebrate the life of beautiful, smart, caring, and feisty Mona Motwani. Mona, you were adored and loved. I'm sure you all would like to join me in saying to her mother Nalini and her father Manohar and the family that you are in our thoughts because of your painful loss. We want to be available to you in any way possible as you face the journey of this grief. Your presence, the presence of all of you here today helps the family realize how valuable their loving daughter Mona was to others and shows what an impact her living and dying has made. I would like to end this with my favorite quote from the Bhagavad Gita, where Lord Krishna says that the wise person knows, and even though every human is destined to die, the soul is immortal. For the soul, there is neither birth nor death at any time. He has not come into being, does not come into being, and will not come into being. He is unborn, eternal, ever-existing, and primordial. He is not slain when the body is slain. At this time, we will hear from Mona's family and close friends who will share thoughts on her life and their favorite memories of Mona. I now invite Anita Motwani, Mona's sister.
Hi. Okay. So it all started on July 14th, 1977. I was sleeping in the guest room because that's where the AC unit was in our house on Binbrook. My mom walks in, she wakes me up and she says, "Hey, I'm gonna have a baby today." And I was like, "What? What? I thought you were just getting fat." I mean, I've been an only child for 9 years. Things were good. I got all the attention. Why did I need a baby sibling? I'm joking. I actually knew my mom was having a baby. In fact, I actually picked her name. But we didn't just get any baby. we got Mona. For those of you who knew her when she was little, you can remember what a force she was, right? Even back then. She was always larger than life. When she would walk down the stairs every morning, my mom and I could feel our heartbeats faster and our blood pressure would rise. We'd be like, oh, what is it? I remember asking Mom if we could send her to boarding school when she was 2. I didn't even know what boarding school was. I just knew she wouldn't have to be around all the time because she was larger than life. She was tougher than the boys, but as soon as the adults came around, she was sweet and demure as they come. She was the cutest thing and smart as a whip. She's 9 years younger than me, so I missed a lot of her childhood. In fact, we were looking through all these photos here over the last 2 days, and I realized there's so much of her life I did not experience, given our age difference. I know she was a sports star at Seaholm, our high school, and she went on to University of Michigan, where I went, and she got to be a ski bum in Breckenridge for a while, living the life I wish I had. I was like, Mom, how come she got to be a ski bum after college? And my mom was just like, eh. After college, that's when I noticed that the gap between us was starting to shrink. We started to get to know each other better. I would go visit her in Denver. She would visit me in New York City and San Francisco. And eventually she ended up moving to San Francisco. So we were actually in the same city. Eventually I had 2 little girls, Mona's nieces, and man, did that girl know how to love. She loved Palmer and Harper something fierce. After getting her law degree from Hastings, Mona was a social justice attorney. She was always looking out for the less fortunate. She had so many boyfriends, and she would break up with all of them, and I used to call them her puppies, because even after Mona would break up with them, they would still be following her around like little puppies, you know? Eventually, Mona's health took a turn, and then she moved away to Bali, and she tried to heal. The last couple decades of Mona's life were fraught with health issues. It was tough to watch this former competitive snowboarder and rock climber now struggling so much just to exist every day. And this last year, well, it just got the best of her. Palmer and Harper, I am so sorry that you were never supposed to lose your auntie, Mona. Not this early. And Mom and Dad, I cannot imagine the pain of losing a child. I am so deeply sorry. And I, for one, I'm an only child, once again. She's the only one who shared my DNA on the entire planet. Not something I wish for. I just wanted to say something. I wasn't sure where to stick this in, but on Tuesday night, my friends and I, they might be watching right now, but we did a little ceremony for her in Mill Valley in the Bay Area. And my friend put out a vase full of flowers. And we were just saying poems and singing songs and just talking, I guess. And, all of a sudden, the vase tipped over for no reason, and it exploded. She's still here. She's still here. The brevity of the loss is far greater than anything I could have ever imagined. Many of you know Mona and I had an interesting and a little bit complicated relationship, but no matter what, we always loved each other. And the love she had for my children could easily parallel the love I have for them. Anyway, I didn't want to talk for too long. Mona, you're an angel now. Our hearts are aching. My heart is aching. Every organ in my body is aching. This was not supposed to happen. But I pray now that you are finally free.
I invite Farmer Dean, Mona's niece, She's here with her sister Harper Dean.
Okay, hello everyone. So, Mona was the cool aunt everyone wishes they could have. She danced like a weirdo in public with my sister and I. She watched lots of rom-coms with us and bad reality TV. And she would text me all the time like a buzzing teenage girl. Mona would have loved this service in her honor, and she would have felt energized and loved by all the beautiful people who came here today. But what I hope every one of you does is find ways to honor Mona through practicing her traditions of life. If you live in San Francisco, that might mean taking a long beach walk on her favorite spot in the city, Baker Beach. If you live in Marin, maybe that means screaming her name at the top of Mount Tam, one of her favorite hikes. In Encinitas, I hope someone goes to Good Anya, which is a restaurant, and tries their obscurely, vibrantly colored cake that for some reason Mona couldn't get enough of. Or simply blasting the Mamma Mia soundtrack at full volume and screaming the words to ABBA, which she used to sing with us. Let's all find great, beautiful moments to recreate the best parts of Mona that we all saw and loved. Even if her body is here, her spirit can still live within all of us if we keep practicing her traditions. Last fall, when I was going through a really hard part of my life, Mona sent me this message, and I want to share it with you all in hopes that Mona can hear the same thing for herself as we set her free. She wrote this to me. She said, "I love you. You are not alone. Remember these points of challenge call us into great transformation. It's not bad what's happening. You're going to be better than okay. We grow from our pain because it gives rise to a part of us we didn't know we had. You are safe, guided by angels." Mona, I hope you hear your own message calling out to you. We all love you so much. Thank you.
May I now ask Anjali Atrekar, Mona's cousin, come.
I know every single person in this room and all of her loving family and friends all over the world who have joined today virtually from every point on this planet. Everyone's here honoring and remembering our dear Mona. And I think everyone would agree, hands down, that she was, she is, and she always will be a force of light, a bright and shining light, the likes of which are so rare and so precious. It's almost like a comet, an unearthly energy that traverses the universe, shining aglow and leaving her mark on every single person that she has touched. She was so bright, she actually glowed. I think those of us who know her from the very beginning till the very end, she always had this aura around her. A vibrant spirit, her boundless energy, her huge smile, her fierce hugs, she would never let you go. And the twinkle in her eyes with her ever so long eyelashes, we can all picture her beautiful face, that she was pure beauty inside and out. This is our Mona. As I said, she touched so many lives, and I was so lucky to be one. But the thing with Mona is that she could strike up a conversation and feel a deep connection with absolutely anyone, with everyone. From an elderly person that barely spoke the same language to a baby who would giggle unconditionally with every snatch of the cheek that she would pinch. Mona was so loving. She made new friends and created communities everywhere she went. And then she held on with all her might to all of her beginnings as well. her friends, her family from the very beginning. One brush with Mona and you were connected for life. She adventured around the globe. We heard from her sister and everyone else, from Michigan to Colorado to California to Spain to Bosnia to Bali and beyond. She traveled the world. She experienced so many people, so many cultures, so much food. She loved food. And she experienced so many moments that when strung together, make a beautiful, meaningful, and rich life. Mona laughed, and she made us all laugh a lot. I mean the belly aching laugh, the kind where you cry, you're laughing so hard. She preserved that in all of us. Mona boldly allowed herself to be vulnerable. She opened her mind and her spirit to the universe. She embraced the signs and the signals from above, guiding and awakening her. And as we all know, she was such an activist and an advocate for those who have less, for marginalized people. And she made this her commitment in life, in everything that she did. It's the way she took on the world and the way she engaged with it. All of Mona's experiences had an impact on our lives as well. But it really was the pure love that she embodied and she expressed. To know Mona is to love her, to flat out adore her. She was not only surrounded by love, but she gave it, and she gave it freely. She gave it passionately, unconditionally, and with abandon. Mona loved her community, the circle of friends around this globe that will forever be connected to her. She loved her dear family. Sometimes her parents drove her crazy, but she always knew that you gave her everything with your whole heart. She loved her sister, no matter how hard sometimes were. We all have hard times with our sisters, but she loved you dearly. And Palmer and Harper, you made her shine. Every single day you made her shine. And while Mona's life on this planet, in this time and space, was much too short, she just imparted this glow and this love on behalf of everyone. Her extended family, all of you here, her aunties, her uncles, her friends, her family. She was wrapped in love, and she wrapped us all in her love. And as we said earlier, while her sparkle will always remain aglow with all who knew and loved her, the world is indeed a bit dimmer in her absence. But I'm comforted to know that her spirit is shining brightly now and on her way into the arms of our dear grandmother, Aji, and her cherished Auntie Sandhya, and many other bright and colorful souls and spirits where she is now. And so in Mona's light, I'll end with a poem from a profound Indian poet, Tagore, called Light. Light, my light, the world-filling light, the eye-kissing light, heart-sweetening light. The light dances, our darling, at the center of our lives. The light strikes, our darling, the chords of our love. The sky opens, the wind runs wild, laughter passes over the earth. The butterflies spread their sails on the sea of light. Lilies and jasmines surge up the crest of the waves of your light. The light is shattered into gold on every cloud, our darling, and it scatters gems in profusion. Mirth spread from leaf to leaf and gladness without measure. The heavens river has drowned its banks and the flood of joy is abroad. So our dear Mona, our dearest and darling Mona, You are a radiant light, and go well. Continue to shine brightly and know that your sparkle will be with us forever.
May I now invite Emily, Mona's friend.
Hi there. My name is Emily Shea Kazander, and I am one of Mona's many, many friends. I feel honored to be here with you today to celebrate the life and memory of our dear sweet and glorious Mona. Okay. With Mona, there are so many memories, so many good times, so many laughs. When I sat down to write this, I came up with at least 100 stories about Mona, most of which are too personal, or not surprisingly when it comes to Mona, too inappropriate to share. I woke my husband up twice in the middle of the night as I brainstormed, once crying in hysterical laughter, as I recalled our most ridiculous moments together, and again crying in sheer and utter sadness, heartbroken to know that she was gone. Okay, Mona and I met at the start of freshman year in college, and we have remained very close for all of these years. I spent much of my young adulthood with her as we lived in college together. We were ski bums in Breckenridge together after graduation from the University of Michigan, and we attended law school in Denver together before she transferred to Hastings and moved to California. As all of you know, and it's been said many times today, Mona was a force of nature with that beautiful smile and magnetism that drew everyone in, and intellect, quick wit, and humor that kept us all coming back for more. Her and I clicked instantly. We had pet names for each other that we continued to use throughout the years. She was Schmonzies, I was Schmenzies, and we even composed a little tune to go with the names, but I'll spare you that today. I swear that every moment I spent with her during those early years was hilarious and memorable. There were no holds barred with Mona, and the concept of being self-conscious was completely foreign to her. When I think of her during those times, I have flashbacks of her running around partially naked, wearing sleeping eye masks on her head, dancing like a 1980s jazzercise teacher, and dropping her drawers just about anywhere when nature called. Mona had no boundaries and knew no shame, and she got a kick out of shocking people and making them laugh. I was always in awe of Mona's fearlessness. She went skydiving without hesitation and would jump at every opportunity to take on a new adventure. She studied in Spain, traveled all over the globe, camped, backpacked, rock climbed, mountain biked, and skied. When I moved to Breckenridge, she decided to follow on what seemed to be a moment's notice. Once ski season started, she chose to trade in her skis for a snowboard, and although it was her first season riding, she became a competitive snowboarder overnight, sliding over rails and killing it in the half pipe. That was Mona. She just made things happen. Mona could not hold back her love and compassion for people, In just about every photo you'll find of Mona, she's squeezing whoever she's with so tight and with all of her might, or kissing their cheeks. She had this amazing way of finding the hidden spark in everyone she met. I cannot tell you how many times Mona unexpectedly became close with someone that I had overlooked and did not appreciate at the outset. But her love was contagious, and she would bring me into the fold and teach me to see that spark so that I too would fall in love with her new friend. And I always did. I attribute so many of the friendships I've had over the years, and that I continue to have this day, to Mona's inclusiveness and her unique ability to see the best in others. Her love for others was especially strong when it came to children. The magic of Mona attracted them to her too. In recent years, she would go out of her way when she came to Michigan to come watch my kids' swim lessons, play games with them, and just cuddle. In law school, she was a big sister to an underprivileged preteen. When she lived in Maui, she befriended a sweet 4-year-old girl named Kira with a vision impairment who lived in their apartment complex. They would swim in the pool together, and Kira would come by Mona's apartment frequently to show Mona her dresses. The photos of the two of them are the definition of touching. And then there are Mona's nieces, Palmer and Harper. To say that she adored you girls would be a ludicrous understatement. You are unquestionably her pride and joy, and nothing brought her greater happiness than being with you. In some of her darkest hours, I would see her eyes sparkle at just the mention of you. Although Mona's light was so bright and shiny, we know it wasn't all unicorns and rainbows. Far from it. Mona's health challenges gave her and those who love her a run for their money. Please know the immense gratitude she had for her parents, her family members, caregivers, friends, and all those angels who offered help or prayer in her times of need. Despite her troubles, Mona was resilient and strong, undoubtedly the strongest person I've known. She was so determined to beat Lyme, the co-infections, the brain inflammation, the pharmaceutical toxicity, and the pain. She ate the healthiest of foods, researched incessantly, sought out the experts, and did whatever she could to find the path back to good health. She had such a strong will to live, to find meaning in her suffering, and to educate others about her experiences so that no one else would have to go through what she did. Her legacy will survive in that message, and her spirit will survive in the hearts of so many who loved her. I love you, Shonzies.
May I now ask Jay Ganatra, Mona's parents' friends, to please come.
Hello, friends and family. I have spoken at many of the weddings before, but it's very hard to come and speak on an occasion like this. This has now been more than a week since Mona left for another world. I have not been able to shake the melancholy feelings I have is still, and I still can't come to terms with the facts, that I know she was not quite ready to leave this world. I have grown up over the years in my family where we are extra partial to our daughters and granddaughters. I have two daughters about the same age of Mona. I have known Mona for the last few years. Our family was, for almost 20 years, lived overseas. So my daughters really didn't have a very close contact with her. And I have known her more since she moved to Michigan. I think it was last year in about October. She asked me if I could help her sometimes, just being there with her. Or other time, just response to some of the text messages that she was sending me, and occasionally a very long email. With some such communication, you would never know that she was suffering from severe neurological issues brought on by the withdrawal of multiple psychiatric medication. To me, she acted almost always like a professional lawyer. She wanted me to help her with her computer and her phone. She said, "This is my only connection these days to the rest of the world." She will also ask me to follow up on some of the medical information, but every time I proposed to go and see her, she suggested I wait. I found out later that for whatever reason, she did not want me to see her when she was going through her seizures. Her meds were causing. In spite of all of this pain she was going through, she was still focused on the future. She sent me 12-page, single-space list of Mona's urgent to-do list. The list included, obviously, the help with the phone. I don't know what was wrong with her, but she wanted me to help her. Her computer was getting unusually hot. She probably was using all day, all the time. And she wanted me to help with that, and some medical insurance problems. But more important than that, which I couldn't understand, she wanted me to help her replace her passport that she had lost. When I asked her that it can't be that urgent, even though it was on your to-do urgent list, you are going through in this condition, you're not going to be traveling overseas in your current health situation. She was very optimistic that she could get better, even though all her research had shown that it may take him anywhere from a year to 5 years before she gets back to total normal. But she insisted I do that. Of course, I went over to her house, picked up some phones, and found out that they weren't the right ones. So I went ahead, found the phones to replace her passport and report the loss of the old passport. Her father, of course, helped me with all the details. She had given me information and websites and connections to find exactly all the information I would need. I thought it was easier just to call her father, who would know everything. I was surprised he even knew her Social Security number, which I don't about my daughters. Having done that, I asked her to arrange to have her recent photo taken for the passport so we could submit it with the document to the passport office, and she would have to go, and I offered to take her there. Less than a week later, I learned the shocking news, to my utter disbelief, that she had left this world to go where no as what was needed. I hope you will all join me in praying that her soul rest in peace. But knowing her, if you believe in the Hindu religion and the scriptures of the Hindu religion, her soul is probably reborn somewhere to get ready and continue with the work of pleading the cases for the human rights. I hope her soul rests in peace.
Thank you, everybody, for coming. There will be coffee upstairs where you may wish to spend some time reminiscing about our dearest Mona. The cremation is for the family only, and they will leave at about 12:30. Now, may I request all the friends to pay homage to Mona with the traditional rose petals and then meet the family. Let us start from the left of the room. Those friends are done, can you stand the mama? Okay. They'll come in line, otherwise you go. Family is not going to go. They should go.
Just step this way. This way, please. This way, please.
Sure.
So that's funny that you just mentioned that. I just saw that picture. You're now going to get there. Oh, okay. Excellent. Understood. Is it? Where is it? Okay. Can I do see it? It's all strange.
It did play during the service. I'll turn it on.
I figured we'd do upstairs and coffee for a little bit.
Very small kind of golf course के ऊपर मेरी तो golf मैंने तो देख लिया कि मेरी रात को ना दफा ट्रेवल गंगा जाने की कोई जरूरत नहीं वो ही है आई थिंक वो भी आइडिया अच्छा है बच्चे लगे रहते हैं पेरेंट्स के लिए आदत भी हर बार इससे
For cremation, my car, so I have to somehow find a way to pull my car out of the procession.
You're in a procession.
And the guy said, no, I didn't want to be like that. The guy says, okay, you go line up behind this.
A lot has changed since then, I guess.
We're riding for Croatia, and I didn't know.
Me? That was 26. Yeah, 25. Yeah. Yeah.
It's gonna happen someday. So just go on. Like, she's like 70.
She said flowers. Yes. Until it gets in that basket, then back to me. I give it a moment. Just on my mind. I was celebrating. Somebody did, but I and this is from all of them, all of them. I didn't recognize you everything went on. Everything. Yeah. Oh my God. I'm alive. Seriously? No, they did. Because I was like stranded. Eddie.
Yes, I did.
Yes, a long time ago.
I mean, we all have those.
U of M, yeah.
Literally like big hair.
Yeah.
It was the time. It was the time.
Yeah, Chelsea area. Water ski, I remember that. I remember Mona water ski. That's a great story. We will remember this. They were. The camera? Yes, I did see the link in the That's right. I think you're our neighbor. Okay. You're our neighbor. We live across. 5853 clear. Yeah, you live across. We moved in a year ago. Literally right across the street. Sweet.
Oh, you want? Oh, you want? Jane has.
Golf with you once in the mafia. I saw you in the mafia events. Small world. Now we're neighbors. It's been a while. Right across the street from us.